It's Yella Home.
With Anna Schofield.
And Big Hass.
Live, as always, through till 6 o'clock. Of course, this is our new Ramadan timing. We are 4 till 6 p.m. Okay, so over the weekend, we saw, well, the country, the world, maybe, said goodbye to Prince Philip, one of the heads of the royal family, the Queen's husband. And they're talking about him in such a lovely way, actually. But the funeral and the processions and the ceremony was totally gorgeous. So do you know anything, Hass? Because if not, I'll just take you through it briefly. It was lovely.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some footage here and there, but take me through it, yeah.
Okay, so the thing with the Brits, the one thing that I would say, especially the royal family, we are great at what we call pomp and ceremony. So have you heard of that saying before, pomp and ceremony? It's when everything is very grand and there's a spectacle and there's lots of things going on. Now, normally this funeral would be 800 people strong. There would be a mourning period of 2 weeks. People could visit. I know that Hass and I were talking about the differences in culture actually last week in terms of, your culture is very quick. The funeral, you say goodbye to your people literally within 24 hours.
Yeah, within hours if you can, yeah.
Whereas we don't, because we give everyone the chance to maybe, pay respects. And
no,
so
I mean, in
whole...
terms of the funeral, like the funeral itself happens on, straight away. And then, of course, they can come and pay their respect.
Right.
But yeah, it's
They're just different.
Yeah, different, which is cool.
But they actually turned it around quite quickly. There was only a sort of a 10-day grace period. And of course, they could only have 30 people. Really interesting listening to various people talk, because the royal family, in theory, could have applied for this funeral to be different because it is the head of the royal family. It's one of the heads. It's pretty much, bar the Queen, this is one of the most important people that we've lost. So in theory, they could have said, please can we have an extension of the amount of people at the funeral. 30 is the guidelines for any funeral. Doesn't matter who you are. You can be a cleaner, you can be a worker, you can be a politician. It's 30 people. And it was very important to the royal family that they stuck to the guidelines that were set for everyone else. They didn't want to apply for anything special. So 30 people. Normally the Prime Minister would be there, the Prime Minister of the country. He gave up his seat so that family members could attend. And just the whole thing was quite incredible, because actually it turned out that Prince Philip planned it himself. Now, he started planning it when he was 72 years old, because obviously they have to plan for these eventualities. What happens when someone from the royal family, leaves us? So when he was sort of 72 years old, he started planning it. And of course, he's lived till he's 99. So he's had time to really go to town and be quite... But one of the things he didn't want was a massive fuss, which was really interesting. What carried him with his beautiful flag over... it was a Land Rover, which is a very British car, obviously, and it was turned into an elevated, like it was pimped out, for want of something better to describe it, and that's what he wants. So Land Rover made this special vehicle that could carry him, and as it carried him along at Windsor Castle and through the parks, all the royal family walked behind. So there are these beautiful images of... the Queen didn't, but Prince Charles did. His brother Prince Andrew, Princess Anne, those are his 3 children. And then behind them was Prince William, Prince Harry. Now, that was obviously quite a controversial situation, because Prince Harry hadn't spoken to any member of the royal family since the Oprah Winfrey interview that obviously caused chaos. But there was nice images of Prince Harry chatting to Prince William and his wife Kate Middleton as they came out of the chapel at Windsor Castle. That was really nice to see, and actually lots of kind of press around the fact that hopefully this has given the brothers time to talk, because at the moment both are saying relationship is strained. So that happened. The band that played was incredible. There was lots of hat tips to sort of the sea, because there were lots of Marines there, because Prince Philip very much loved the sea. He loved boats. He was in the RAF. Lots of his friends were in military kind of uniform, because they were allowed to stand around. The Queen sitting on her own. Now, huge controversy around that. If you're in your own bubble, so Prince William and Kate Middleton sat together, and various other members of the royal family sat together, but the Queen lost her person that she would sit with, and she sat alone. And so the photographs were very stark of this 92-year-old woman mourning the loss of her husband and sitting on her own. And what did you think of that? Because you said, you'd seen lots of kind of discussion.
No, I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's exactly what she lost. He's her husband before being a king or whatever, or a prince. So I think, in my opinion, with that, I just thought it's interesting because Prince Harry did not wear obviously the traditional military one, because obviously he's out. He's wearing his suit. Which is I thought that's very interesting. And I mean, look, 30 people, 40 people. At the end of the day, 12 million people have actually seen the funeral because it's it
was screened live.
It is that, and in Islam, someone died. This is their khalas, their time is out, and 99 years old. I just can't. You're at a century. Because we're all gonna be going through that path anyway. So I just think, at the end of the day, you remember him or her, whoever passed, and then you move forward with your life. And I think this is what because as I understand, the bubble thing is where people live, where people stand or sit. So with her, it was her bubble with Prince Philip.
Yes.
And who will replace Prince Philip? If she had somebody sitting next to her, it would have caused more controversy.
It would have
saying, that person took over Prince Philip's. And I just think the way it is, it's done.
Yeah, maybe. In her when she was on the way there in the car, she had her lady in waiting who had Susan someone, I forget her name, and she had her Susan, but yes, she had her lady in waiting with her, who's been with her for years, very trusted, dear friend, clearly more than just a member of staff. But of course, in the church, she couldn't have her lady in waiting sitting with her, so she sat alone. So when they have their bubble, they all have to name. All of the UK people do it. They have to name people that are in their bubble. So if you live with 5 family members, they're all in your bubble, and you are allowed to be close to them. Still sit with a mask on, but you can be close to them because you live with them. Well, of course, he was the person in her bubble. So is her lady in waiting. But the actual the beauty of it, the beauty of the carts. So he was a big thing for horse and cart. He loved horse and carts. He designed his own. He was always designing his own kind of carts. He liked to race them. He liked to, because he was very competitive, very big sportsman. And so you'll notice there was a horse and cart at the side of the journey, and it had his hat and his crop, and his there was something else like his scarf or something, which again was a nice little hat tip to him, because it was all about him. It was just done so beautifully. I thought it was very moving, very emotional, and a lovely, lovely tribute. And the cannons going off, obviously, and the presence of sort of the RAF and the Royal Marines and the Brigadier Guards. Incredible. The whole thing was lovely.
I mean, the only thing I would hope out of this funeral is that the brothers talk to each other again.
Agreed.
Because when it's death and life, situations always change. A lot of families, for example, don't talk to each other, and then someone would have a baby, and then all of a sudden that's life, right? And then people start talking, and vice versa. Someone would die in the family, and then you would speak to somebody you haven't spoken to in like 10 years, 15 years, and that's the way it is. Life and death changes things. So I just hope that the brothers talk to each other, and then obviously keep everything else outside. But may his soul rest in peace. We're gonna be right back.
It's Yalla Home.
Yalla Home. With Anna Schofield
and Big Hass.
And we're live through till 6 o'clock. Goodness, it's already 5 to 5 here at Yalla Home. All right, let's talk about the riddle. Go, Hass. Tell them everything.
Well, obviously, shout out to the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry giving us 500 dirham to give you guys, obviously, every single day in the holy month of Ramadan, which is really incredible. And shout out to you guys for participating. The riddle for today and get a chance to win 500 dirham in cash is the following. When you use me, I leave traces. Knock me in, but my head is always out. Who am I or what am I? The answer will actually be revealed on the evening karak, and the winner will be revealed on the evening karak with Aisha and Mikey. Obviously, their show is from 8 to 10. I advise you, first of all, to tune in, watch that show, and 9:30 p.m. you could be hearing your name. Very simple. Just keep texting. So far, the number one answer that we've been getting on the SMS is nail. Now, I don't know. Let's dissect it a bit. So when you see me, I leave traces. nail leave traces because
It
obviously
leaves holes, doesn't it?
holes, not traces.
Yeah, but even so, you can see a trace of where it was.
Yeah, I mean, someone just messaged the bullet, which is interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. Knock me in, but my head is always out. So the head is always out.
Always out.
Yeah, but depending which kind of nail, though. Because there's nails that have no head.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They've got to be knocked in by the head. So whether it's a small head or whether it's a flat head.
See, now you have to, yeah.
Yeah, you
Interesting.
gotta knock it in on their
I don't know.
head.
So you say nail?
I say nail.
She's saying nail. Okay, cool. Pulse 95 Radio, Yalla Home, 4215 Itsalat and Do. Again, one more time. When you see me, I leave traces. Knock me in, but my head is always out. What am I? Who am I? Telling you. 4215 Itsalat and Do if you know the answer.
It's Yalla Home
With Anna Schofield.
and Big Hass.
We are here with you right through till 6 o'clock. So you got another 50 minutes. Do not go anywhere. Let's talk about the weather.
Yalla.
Yalla.
What's happening with the weather?
Well, you were super excited last week because there was lots of press around the fact that it was going to rain. You got all excited. I got moody.
Yeah.
We had a row. It was the end of the show. It's a show to be reckoned with, though, award-winning. And now they've come out and said because it's been so hot and dry this spring, it's led to the arrival of mosquitoes and bugs and that lush landscapes, so suburbs with lush landscapes, can't say it, lush landscapes.
Nice.
Lots of L's in there. It's hard, and S's. And places with lakes, they're the most affected.
Nice. Yeah, I don't have none of that. But I can tell you how to prevent mosquitoes and flies. Keep windows closed after dark. Insect screens with the fit fly screens to windows.
Oh, yeah.
No standing water. They say natural predators. If you have a garden, pond, think about getting some goldfish, apparently, because they'll eat the mosquito larvae, which is interesting. Natural repellents. Try the natural repellents, such as neem oil and peppermint oil. Apparently, it really helps garlic and vanilla extract.
And
Apparently
green tea, that works, doesn't it?
Could be. Yeah.
But
It's interesting.
they love water. So wherever there's a suitable water source is present, that's where mosquitoes are generally going to breed. So if you do have water by you, you just need to watch out because apparently the midges, haven't heard that word in ages, midges breed in water and then they emerge in their millions. Their lifespan is very short, but they swarm, they get attracted to a light source and then off they go. And they sit on the wall. So just be aware, they're saying, because we've had such a dry spring, I'm reluctant to say I want rain, but there's lots of other bugs as well, and there's some horrible pictures in this article about other bugs living in the corners of, sort of the corners of apartments and things. And there's all these horrible swarms of bugs nest on the balcony ceilings.
Yeah,
we have to watch out for that.
100%. Of course, we're in the holy month of Ramadan. I know some of you guys are fasting, which is very, try to be, hydrated and, try to drink a lot of water. Obviously, very, very important. Let us know how you think about that. And what do you think about that? Again, another quick reminder about the riddle today. Get a chance to win 500 dirhams. We are asking you, when you use me, I leave traces. Knock me in, but my head is always out. What am I talking about? If you know the answer, get a chance to win 500 dirham in cash. How? All you got to do is text us 4215 Itsalat and Do. And obviously, Aisha and Mikey will give you the answer and will announce the winner at 9:30 p.m. exactly there. Show the evening Karak airs from 8 to 10. We're going to be right back.
It's Yalla Home
With Anna Schofield.
and Big Hass.
And it's 20 past 5. We're just driving you home so quick tonight. The time is shooting by. Let's do some celebrity gossip.
Yalla.
Let's talk about it. So it was announced this morning. I'm just trying. It's funny. Now I'm actually trying to find the story. I've got loads of other stories that have taken over where this story was, which is quite funny. And we have actually diversity at the BAFTAs should be normal. Our friend of the show, Priyanka Chopra, Jonas, has come out and said that. And she's right. But let's talk about Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. They've called off their engagement today. There was weeks of denying that they weren't doing well and that they weren't going to split up. So rumours started swirling in March. There was an anonymous source said the power couple had hit a bit of a rough patch and unofficially split up, to which they turned around and went, no, we haven't. We haven't at all. We're absolutely fine.
Yeah, did they though?
Yeah.
They haven't denied it or talked about it.
No, they did. They denied
did?
it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they came out, and that's fine.
Yeah,
they
but that's
played
bad.
down the
That's
rumours
bad on them if that's the case. I'm not sure they did. I want to see if they did. If they did, that's incredible because they denied it 2 weeks ago, and now they're like,
and now they split up.
which is just.
So what they did was they came out and they said they admitted to working through some things, but they said we haven't split. Whereas the anonymous source said they'd already split up, and they said no, we haven't split up. We are working through some things. So that was the quote from them. But now they've come out in a joint statement and they announced it to NBC's Today Show today. We have realised we are much better as friends and look forward to remaining so. We'll continue to work together. We're going to support each other on our shared businesses and projects because they've got loads of tie-ins. And we wish the best for each other and one another's children. But that is, they're calling it quits. It's sad.
Sad.
See, I'm invested.
Oh my God! What a terrible day.
No, I'm not saying terrible day.
Yeah.
But I was invested in them as a power couple. I liked it. Just saying.
They're not a power couple.
They kind of were. He's a basketball player and she's
not a
J-Lo.
basketball player.
Okay, what is he?
She's invested, you guys.
He was, wasn't he? Wasn't he basketball?
No, it's like baseball.
Oh, baseball.
It's
right.
the same thing.
Same.
For a lot of people, it's the same thing.
It really
Well,
is
I'm just
same.
saying,
Yeah, it
you know,
begins with B and it's a sport.
Yeah.
So he's he's a sports player.
Yeah.
And she's obviously a music mogul. But
Yeah, she's an icon. She definitely deserves a better person for sure.
what do you think? Do you not like him?
I don't know. I have no idea, fam. It's not. I'm not invested in this
Gossip.
whatsoever. Nah.
No, you're keeping it well hidden, though.
Two people that classically said, "Khalas, done." This Hollywood thing, the media is weird because, like, khalas, people split up every single day. People get engaged every single day, and I don't know. Obviously, it's a big deal, but for me personally, as Hass, and I know I'm serious about it. Engagement is what I really thought they're married. I don't even know. Engagement, the whole concept of engagement, in my opinion, is you get to know the other person.
Agreed.
That's why they call it engagement. It's like a practice before you get married. So they call off the engagement because they realize that they have so much differences that they can work it out, and it's cool. It's not like they've been married and they call it quits.
No, I hear you.
Like, for
Did you see
example,
the
Kim
ring, though?
Kardashian and Kanye West, who a lot of people are talking about that. And the second Kim Kardashian kind of filed for divorce, you got Drake in the DM. You got a lot of people trying to reach out right now and find out.
To her?
Yeah, of course. You know?
What, Drake is reaching out to Kimmy?
Yeah, it's always been like it's an unhidden thing, you
really?
know? Yeah, always.
Drake and Kim.
Yeah, watch out right now.
Wow, that
So,
match. That is a match.
that's a powerhouse.
That's a powerhouse, yeah.
But yeah,
totally.
it's interesting. But yeah, I feel bad for you guys feeling sorry for J-Lo because there's nothing to feel sorry for an incredible woman who is just around 50. She looks great. She has millions of dollars. She fell in love or not fell in love. You feeling sorry for somebody like that, I feel sorry for you because she's not feeling sorry for herself. That's
No,
all
but
I can say.
I don't think anyone said that we were feeling sorry.
No, I heard a lot of people. I
invested
feel
in
sorry for J-Lo. You know, she can't find love. She's been in and out of relationships. And like, yo,
She kinda has.
as if you know J-Lo. Like,
Yeah.
stop it, man. You know, like, you don't know her. You never met her. I'm talking about people in the UAE who have,
Got it. Okay.
So it's just, you know, that's my opinion. You can do you.
Yeah, but if you're going to feel sorry for her, feel sorry for him too. I mean, you know, he's lost his relationship as well. They're only 5 or 6 years apart.
Yeah, not a lot of people are talking about him because he is obviously, you know,
But
in
that's
that
what
relationship,
people
he
do
is
to
much
women.
more less. A lot of people see it as because J-Lo is J-Lo, right? Like she is
Right.
an icon. Now
She
he
is.
is also an icon in the baseball field.
Not
And you know, did whatever he had to do. But yeah, you know, for me, it's always been astonishing for me, all this, you know, celebrity gossip. It is what it is. It's gossip.
Yeah.
The fact is, they split up. Done. What can we do about it?
Yeah, but I love the gossip that you've just brought through to the table.
Which is?
Drake, you know, DMing.
Yeah,
Kim
that was
Kardashian.
after obviously Kim announced that they're splitting off, and I don't know. Again, it's a rumor, not a rumor. I don't know. This is what they said. But yeah, you know, Drake and Kim and J-Lo right now is gonna be back maybe with some other. I don't know. Like, why do you care?
Maybe
You know?
Kim and J-Lo will go on a girls' night out.
Yeah, maybe it could be. Yeah, could be.
Maybe that's what they'll play it that way.
Yeah.
It's Yella Home
With Anna Schofield
and Big Hass.
Pulse.
25 to 6 on this fine Sunday evening, beginning of another week, and we're day 6 of Ramadan. It's Ramadan Kareem to everyone. Let's talk about the Maldives. Have you been to the Maldives, Has?
No.
Okay. I feel like, have you been to the Seychelles?
No, I've been to Mauritius.
I knew you'd been to something of that ilk, because I see them all in the same kind of beauty, and the Maldives, I think, is the nearest out of all of them. You can just hop across. Very, very amazing. My kids actually went a few weeks ago. Their dad took them. I was obviously working, but he took them. Lovely. Now, this is quite interesting. So the Maldives has come out, the tourism minister, who's called Abdullah Massoum, has revealed a new 3V plan, that's what they're calling it, which stands for Visit, Vaccinate, Vacation. So they want to obviously encourage people to visit the Maldives. So the main idea is they are currently vaccinating, like we are, currently vaccinating everyone within their country. Yeah. So once the country is finished being vaccinated, at the moment they've said that most of their their tourism people and all their healthcare workers and blah, 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 they've all been done. And now they are going through the islands, so all the islands. So they're going to get everybody in the country done. As soon as that's done, they are then going to launch into 3V tourism. And the vaccine will be opened up for visiting tourists once everyone's done. So they said at present, the Maldives is accepting visitors, and you have to have a negative PCR test which is taken 3 days before travelling, or you can be fully vaccinated. Those are the deals.
Nice.
But this scheme is hoping to boost visitor numbers from 1.5 million to what? I'm just looking. Oh, to 1.5 million, sorry. That's what they want for 2021. They want 1.5 million people to go there. And if they operate this kind of 3V system, visit, vaccinate, vacate, or vacation, then they reckon they'll be able to achieve it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, super cool. It would be more interesting if they take care of the flight. Just saying.
That would indeed.
It's expensive to travel to. I'm not traveling to the Maldives to get vaccinated. It just doesn't.
Does sound quite nice, though.
I think, don't get me wrong, it's cool, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying the 99% of that trip is going to happen. You know, like all of us right now, all of us have got impacted with financially. So you traveling to the Maldives require you plane ticket. Are you going on your own? You're going to go with family? What are you spending there? Are you just going to go get vaccinated and come back? It just doesn't add up. To me personally, that's my opinion. For me, if I'm going there to the Maldives, yes, it makes total sense. But how many people are going to the Maldives nowadays? With Ramadan, with everything that's going on, with the financial things.
I'm just going to go to the Maldives. You know? No. I think you're wrong there. So literally, we just had this school break.
Yeah.
And there were 2 weeks. Most of the UAE was in the Maldives. Everyone was going.
Well, good to know. I mean, the rich community in the UAE.
Well, they've taken. Remember that no one's had a holiday. And the Maldives are making it very easy, but they're also making it very reasonable. So there was a lot of trips out to the Maldives. Honestly, everyone I knew, apart from me, seemed to be in the Maldives, because I was a bit gripey about it and a bit, okay, I'll just stay here then. So lots of people trying to take a break in the Maldives. So that's happening already. But I think if you look at the UK, they can't really, they're trying to vaccinate, as I said earlier, 67 million people. They're only at the age 50 to 60 at the moment. So they're going from the top, the oldest, down. They're only in the 50s. If you're 30-something, this is a great plan. Go and get a holiday.
Get vaccinated. Come back.
Yeah, done. Job done.
Makes total sense. A quick reminder on the 500 dirham cash. You guys, 9:30 p.m. we'll be announcing the winner at the evening karak. The riddle is... I got to play the riddle music, because that's what we should do.
Yeah.
Yes?
Oh, riddle me that. Well, okay. The riddle is, when you see me, I'll leave traces. Knock me in, but my head is always out. What am I?
Or, when you see me, I leave traces. Knock me in, but my head is always out. Who am I? Now, most of the answers we're getting are nail, some pen, doorknob, bottle, bullet. I don't know who mentioned bullet. I worry about you, my brother and sister. I mean, it's not a bullet.
It is a bit of a left field choice,
Yeah.
Yeah, bullet.
4215 Itisalat and do. And the answer will be revealed along with the winner at 9:30 at the evening karak. Let us know what you guys think.
If you liked this episode of Yalla Home, drop a like and subscribe.
95. 5.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.